Welcome back, everybody, to another I keep wanting to say Dormtainment, man, because that's our name. Welcome back to another Comedy Trap House podcast. I am your chef, Rome Green Jr. In the kitchen, we got Cam.
Just because the mice blind don't mean they can't see.
We got Emmanuel.
Just because they can't see don't mean they ain't blind.
It's true.
Wait. Just because they can't see don't mean they ain't blind.
Hey, man.
Just go with it.
If you think about it too much, your mind starts overthinking it.
Yeah.
So it just is what it is.
Okay, that's fair enough. It just is what it is. Welcome back, everybody. It is Tuesday. It is the end of September. We're about to go into October. It is about to be the end of 2016. Coming soon,
Still got
man.
a couple months.
Well, I know. I said about to be.
Why you got an attitude for it?
No, I don't have an attitude.
About to be could be, two different meanings. It could be like tomorrow's the end, or
Yeah.
So he was right. You both of y'all was right.
Thanks, Cam, for making it even.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cam. He said,
I was a mediator.
He's such a generous soul.
I was a mediator in elementary school. I had to solve a lot of arguments, and that kept me out of trouble.
So you went to one of them rich schools.
Oh yeah, like you did.
So these two, Cam said Emmanuel went to a rich school because he got to go on to the theme park.
I got to go to school. He said school shut down the theme park. I'm like, you went to a rich school,
yeah,
My school, the whole school system shut down the theme park. But yeah,
What theme park was it?
it was a Six Flags.
Rich.
It's not they shut it down every year. I think Six Flags has a deal with the county of one of the school systems or something
The
like
rich
that.
county.
How you know it's not the poor county?
rich
And to make
county.
up for it, they didn't give all the. Now I ain't go to no poor school. I went to T.C. Williams High School.
Rich.
And
They had a movie about that school.
they had a
Told
movie
you.
about that
I went
school
to
about how racist it was.
Hey, that don't mean it ain't a rich school. That means it's a rich. Means it's probably a rich school.
My high school was. Did you have a big high school? I had a big high school.
I did have a big high
Yeah,
school.
It was a
I
rich
did.
high school. Of course, it was big.
What about y'all?
Damn, you went to Pembroke
Mine-
Pines.
That shit sounds like it got nice flowers
Exactly.
planted.
It sounded
I
like-
didn't go there. I
it
went to
sounded like-
Flanagan
Oh, you
High
went to
School.
It sounded like it has a gated community.
Well,
Well, that's not fair because all Florida communities are gated. It's just the most gated area in South Florida.
Now, did you? Was it a one floor high school? Like you had one floor?
Two.
Yeah, two. Okay. I think
Rich.
Yeah, we had 3 and like 4 different wings. It was a big ass school.
This sounds like such a like
Both
a
of y'all
little
in the rich
school,
schools.
little kid arguments.
I
remember when
it's so interesting.
when I
to
was
me.
a kid, they used to make fun of one of my friends, because he stayed in he had a house. He lived in a house, and the rest of us lived in an apartment building. And we used to, I remember we went to McDonald's one day. I think we were skipping
Probably was
school.
a rich apartment
And
building.
we talking with him, and one of the kids said, "Man, this man Jerome rich. He stay in the house." And then I guess you know how you a kid, you feel kind of like he was like, "No, I ain't rich. No, I ain't. Stop calling me that."
Now all those kids want to be rich now.
All those kids are dumbass.
You feel like everybody's backing you in a corner, like when it's like
kids just don't want to be different,
Yeah,
man. Everybody
yeah,
want to
yeah.
be the same. So when he called him out saying he rich, and he ain't rich either, he just
say
stayed
he
in the
ain't rich
house.
at all.
He said, "No, I ain't.
No, leave me alone. I ain't rich.
I'm broke, just like everybody else."
I just want to inform everybody that we have a new sketch coming out this Sunday. The last skit was a musical skit called Let's Chill. You can still check that out. You can chill while you watch Let's Chill. So go watch that. And we have a new sketch coming out Sundays. For those who keep asking me when we're putting out new videos, I'll say it again on the podcast. It's every other Sunday. Every other Sunday is when we put out new videos on the podcast. So
But you can get a bunch of original new content on our website as well. If you're not subscribed, please go subscribe.
Please go
ASAP.
subscribe. $2.99, and you get Depressed Chef, you get DT Fit, and you also get a series called Crushing Grapes.
And bloopers coming soon to all our skits. So all those skits you guys asked for, you want to see behind the scenes of us laughing and coming up with some new jokes and stuff. Those are coming really soon. I'm not gonna put a date on it because I have to edit. I don't like editing like that. But
don't do that. Don't put no date on it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little discombobulated this morning.
Just scared.
I guess how Cam puts it, I'm just scared. I've been reading this book called The Power of Now, and it's really got my attention. Like it's a really good book. I think people
You learned to read at that rich school?
I did at that rich school. They taught me
guess
how
what?
to
I
read.
can't read. Your rich self.
Yo,
I can't read like everyone else.
man, I can't read either. I'm just like you. Stop it.
I can't read, man. Stop making fun of me.
Stop
man.
making fun of me, man.
Living at a house in California, reading books.
Rich ass school.
Had 4 levels at his school. At every level they read better.
Every level they read.
He read
better.
so good they put him on the roof.
That's ignorant, man.
I sound like a dude that has an 80s mustache talking.
Read so good, put him on the roof. Oh man!
But the book is really good. Within the first 10 pages of reading it, it already kind of changed just my thought pattern. Come on, man! I'm trying to tell people about the book, man.
I know it's a good.
Be
you
fucking
get
serious.
to a good point, but it's funny. Okay, let me go. Let me get it out.
Jeez,
Let me get it out.
they're so unprofessional
Let
here,
me
guys.
get it out. Let me get it out.
Larry.
All right, go ahead. I apologize.
And it's a really good book, so I think everybody should check it out. It's called The Power of Now.
No, but you were saying something that
I was saying
okay.
within the first 10 pages of the book, it really opened my mind, because the book is about just being and how people are either going through, they think about the past and the future too much, to where, for example, they were like, some people obsess about the future so much that they miss everything that happened in the now, with kids, with their families.
Mm-hmm.
And it just teaches you about being, and how once you start being, and it's kind of like talking about spiritual, on a spiritual level with God and stuff like that. Once you start being, you start seeing things differently. You start the trees start to look different. When you have conversations with people, they start to be different, because now you're in the moment, you're focused. A lot of people, and it's just kind of showing me a lot about focusing in and being in the moment, because a lot of times as creatives, we're not in the moment. Our heads are everywhere. So it's kind of about pulling the focus back into the now. And one of the best questions in there, it was it's one question that nobody can answer, because it was saying how psychological time is poison. What we mean by that is clock time, that's something that we have. That's something that we can go by. But psychological time, as in past and future, they don't exist. So the question was, if not now, then when? And you can't answer that, because the only time is now. Tomorrow's not even it's made up right now.
Yeah.
It's, you know what I'm saying? And then in the past, it's just a reflection of a once was now. And I was like, yo, that kind of blew my mind when I really thought about it. And it's just it's super dope. And I'm like I said, I'm only 30 pages in, but it's an amazing book. I think people should pick it up, especially if you're dealing with something from the past that you feel like you can't get over or something like that. You should definitely pick it up, because it helps.
It reminds me of my mom used to always say, tomorrow's gone. You're never going to get it back. So you live your life. So you, as a young kid, I would always think that's true. Yesterday, what just happened, you'll never see that day again. It's over. It's never coming back.
Yeah,
I'm that's crazy.
And when it says when your conscience starts thinking on that level, you start to be on like on a higher place. Like you start to do things just for being in the moment, just for being in that present time. Like when we, like if you go on to play football, like that's what you're going to do. And they say the best way to start practicing is like start really paying attention to like when you wash your hands, like how does the water feel? Like how does when you walking, like when you go outside for the first time, you feel the sun, like how do you feel? And like ask yourself how do you feel? And that's how, like it's
just
crazy.
thinking in the moment.
Yeah.
And I asked him yesterday, maybe you can answer it now. The best book I've read thus far for me, I always say, is Four Agreements, and I know you read it too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like this book is better than that?
I feel like they're on the same level because they teach. I feel like they teach two different things. I feel like the Four Agreements is more so about controlling your anger and stuff like, and not assuming things and stuff like that. And that's what that's for your personal. But I think this book is more for your spiritual and for living in the now. I feel like it's two different subjects. I feel like, but they both are really good, honestly.
What's really interesting about that to me is I feel like, a lot of people have problems with dealing with stuff in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's not necessarily my issue. Since I'm more like of a futurist, I have a problem of living for the future rather than living in the now sometimes.
And that's what they talk about. They say that's actually what's caused poison in minds, because they were like, for example, like you could take what's going on with the violence against black people and like it may be some people out there who think, oh, the more blacks we get rid of, the better the world will be, but they're thinking of a world that doesn't exist, therefore causing violence right now, instead of living in the now and seeing that this world can coexist with everybody, what I'm saying? So I was like, that kind of, when you really think about it, I was like, damn, like
that's real. That's real. Especially in the day and age where we live, where everybody's trying to be successful too. Yeah. Everyone's trying to, have their Instagram popping with overseas trips and food and all this different things and looking good and all this. That I could see how a lot of people, like I know I could speak for myself, that the stress of wanting your life to be a certain way in the future, expecting your life to be, oh, this is how it's going to be. And even though you're working for it, you're always thinking that's how it's going to be. You miss everything that's happening, like you said, in the now. Like I felt a lot of times that I've missed things that have been going on in the present because my eyes are so focused on the future. But I don't know. Like maybe I should read that book.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's a lesson I'm learning right now too. Because even with it, like I could take our subscriber situation for example. Like we're so close to 1 million. Yeah, my brain has been so focused on the 1 million that I'm not even appreciating the 995,000. You know what I'm saying? I was like, when you really think about that, it's like my nigga, like you got 995,000 people who are, but we're so amped on getting to that 1 million that it's kind of clouding the greatness of having it right now in this moment.
Every victory.
Yeah,
but I asked Rome earlier. I don't know if you ready to answer it now. I don't know if you had a chance to go back and look at the answer.
I got it, but yeah, you can go ahead.
I asked him while I was walking was, how does this combat that theory of the now, combat speaking it into existence and like thinking about your future so that it comes true. That whole thought process. And I told doing that. That's one thing that a lot of people are doing now, or believing in the secret and speaking it, putting it in the universe. Yeah. How does that theory combat that? Because I feel like they're both good.
Yeah, I told him in that book. I gotta really go back and read it, but from what I can remember, it was something along the lines of have your vision. But like some people, they plan for the vision instead of planning how to. Well, let me see the best way to explain it. Basically, have your vision, but like, okay, let's say my vision is the 1 million. My vision is the 1 million subscribers. But now it's okay to think like that for a second, but don't live in it. Like come back and say, all right, but in this now moment, and what can I do tangible? What can I do right now to get me to that 1 million? Some people will just live in that, oh, I want that 1 million, I want that 1 million. So everything they doing is like, oh yeah, I can't do that right now because I'm trying to do this 1 million, I'm trying to do this 1 million. Like, you know what I'm saying? It teaches you to try to hone in on your now so you can get to that million. Like each step along the way, take this now moment, because the million's not there. It's not there at all. So take this now moment. So it's like it's a fine balance. And the reason why I really like the book is because he's talking while being interviewed at the same time. Because so the person asked him the same question Cam asked me, but I can't remember exactly how he put it. He put it in a really good way, but it's a good book. It's a really good book.
Do you think LeBron James is not living in the now because he keeps focusing on trying to keep his hairline? How the past was?
That could be an issue for LeBron. I think he should. You gotta look at the now and say, "Hey, I don't have it. I don't have it, but I have skill. I have a championship.
I'm the greatest basketball player in the world.
let me live in that." The hair, I won't have it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading again. I ordered a book called The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success.
Nice.
A practical guide to fulfillment of your dreams. I know it's a popular book, so I'll be reporting live on that soon. And I want to read that book.
Yeah. I told him that the guy who wrote The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success commented on the book that I got and said it was one of his best books that he read. Nice. So, man, get your reading up, man. Like I like reading, man. I love reading. It's and the older I get, the older I get, I do just like read more and more, because I would hate to lose that. I just would hate to lose that, because, and it's something about a paper, like a book. I don't like reading online. Man. Like paper, I don't like.
I need the paper.
I need a book
to flip a page, just to turn a page. Just feels good.
And then I like to collect them too.
Yeah, that's true.
I like to write too with a pen.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta do that. You forget, like you'll start typing and like you'll forget, like, oh. Man, shit, I got hands. I can write. Like,
looking at that screen, man. Sometimes to me it takes away. I saw a really good TED Talks where they were talking about how people let go of their physical so much that we're going so digital with everything that doing things physically can actually aid you in creativity. Yeah. Because if you're actually physically doing something, you have more of your body. You're using more tools of your mind and your body than you are just sitting on a computer typing. You actually have a paper, you have a pencil, you pick it up, you put your pencil back down, you think for a second. There's a lot of aspects to actually just writing with a pencil and paper that help creativity.
And that was a manual with that rich school talk.
And that's true, because even when I was starting to, when I was working on that first movie I did, and I was like, I had been working on my computer for so long, and then one day I was like, all right, I had like the little yellow pages, yellow notebook, and I wrote like a sentence, and then it just started flowing. I was like, yo, this feels so much different than being on a computer. And then when I look at it, it feels like I've accomplished more, because it was just words and words, and that inspired me to keep going. It was crazy.
And then you can flip the pages to see how much you've done. It feels good to like, damn, I wrote all this. You know what I mean?
You kind of lose that when you're doing a computer. But I mean, to each his own. But I do like, I'm starting to find more and more that writing stuff down is kind of more helpful to me at this point sometimes. So.
Do you still feel that way when it come out trash?
Yeah, no, I don't have anything that comes out trash, so I'm really not sure.
It just goes in the trash.
Yeah, it goes in the trash. Yeah, it doesn't come out trash. It just goes in the bin at the end of the day.
What I did in your room that other day, that was so funny.
Yeah, for those who were watching the vlog, if you seen trash written on my board, because I was writing a skit idea, and then we was shooting Let's Chill, and I wasn't thinking about nothing, so I go in my room to get ready to go to bed. I look at the board, it just says trash on there.
With an arrow.
I said, who wrote this? And then he come around the corner smiling. And I was like, man, this man here, it was funny.
That's funny.
He keeps me humble.
Man.
Yeah, keep you in the now.
He keeps me in the now. I want to move to things we not going to talk about. Cam or Emmanuel, you can take it away.
All right. So the other day, me and Emmanuel decided to go to this spa right around the corner. This is my first time. So I go in there, I want to get a facial, take care of my skin. So she's like, okay, I'm finishing up somebody. I'll get to you in like 10 minutes. I'm like, cool. So I'm in there. She's doing her thing. They putting all the creams and the scrubs on there and using all this stuff. It was nice and relaxing. It felt good. She had the steam. And then she asked me, it was an Asian lady, and this is not me trying to be racist. This is exactly how she sounded. Like, do you wash your eyebrows? I said, huh? She said, do you wash your eyebrows? I said, what? She's like, do you wash your eyebrow? I said, yeah, I wash my eyebrows. She's like, okay, I'm gonna do them. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, when I wash my face, I'm
Yeah.
washing my eyebrows
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
So, all right. Yeah, free of charge. Okay. So she started putting stuff on my eyebrows. She been putting stuff on my face for
Yeah.
the whole time. So I'm like, I ain't thinking nothing of it. She put something over the eyebrow, thinking it's the mask or something. And then all of a sudden she ripped. I'm like, oh. She said, wax my eyebrows. I noticed as soon as she did that, and I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, she did one, she got to do the
She
other.
gotta do
Now.
the
I can't
other
have
one.
one wax and one not. So
Yeah.
I got my eyebrows waxed, I guess, and she got the tweezer, and I was like, okay, please keep it manly.
Yeah, yeah.
She like, yeah, I keep it like mine, not woman. I was like, thank you. So now I got some turned up eyebrows.
Yeah, no,
man.
you was looking beautiful when you came in that day. I seen it. Like I was like, oh, that's dope. Like you
And
ki-
then
you
it made
killing
me
the eyebrow
realize
game.
how much pain women go through to be
Yeah.
beautiful, because
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shit hurt.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not doing this.
The thing is, and people just think I get my eyebrows waxed and arched and all that whatnot.
You do.
I first off, I don't.
You do.
You do.
I mean, we
First
know.
off,
I
I
caught you
don't.
in the bathroom one time. This man was
You caught me in the bathroom?
Yeah, yeah.
When was this? When did you catch me in the bathroom?
I don't remember.
Okay, no, I feel you. Ass. But then again, is there something wrong with a man if he wanted to do that? I'm trying to figure it
I
out.
don't necessarily
what?
think it's something wrong with it, but it's not necessarily
A man-
something I need.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
and,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
it hurts. So it's like, I don't want to go through this. How my eyebrows look, Tristina?
I think I feel like
But I still don't need it.
we need to big ourselves up. First of all,
Okay.
we need to big ourselves up
As men?
for being men.
Okay.
Going to get facials
Yeah,
together.
yeah, no.
Like
These are essential things that need to happen.
I
care of your
don't.
skin.
I'm having a hard time with like trying to understand what it is to be a man in 2016.
Yeah.
It's different.
It is different.
You got. Shout out to the Washington Redskins. We beat New York's ass the other night, and
shout out to Dallas Cowboys because we beat the Redskins.
Odell Beckham was crying on camera.
Yeah,
and all this
yeah.
stuff, showing so much emotion. I don't know. There's a lot of dancing, a lot of movement going on with dudes nowadays. It's just a lot of things. Guys wearing dresses and all this, and I feel like it's worth bigging yourself up. I big myself up and Cam because I know how he is for going to get facials because that's a big step for a manly man in this day and age to take those steps. You know what I'm saying? Like that's so, but it's needed at the same time.
All of
it's
that-
not needed, but it's good for.
I'm a firm believer in taking care of yourself. Like when these kings that used to live, even though we've talked about how terrible people, some of them were, they used to get pampered and all type of stuff.
Still do presidents
Like as
a
king men out there, go do what you please. Get you a pedicure, get you a man, get whatever you want. If you're comfortable with it, if you're comfortable in your own skin, go do it. I remember the first time I got a pedicure. At first I was nervous because I was like, guys don't do that. I was like, and growing up, that's it wasn't like my father was taking me to go get pedicures. It was like it was always my mom. I'll be back. I'm going to get a pedicure. So growing up as a boy, you see, women go do that. They go do that. And then when you get older, you realize, but wait, men need to take care of their feet or their skin and stuff like that. And you're like, but am I supposed to be doing that? Or
That's something else I got for the first time. I had to wait on a manual because she only could take us one at a time. So I'm like, while I'm in here, I might as well get a pedicure.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I had to wait about 30 minutes anyway. So
I got the
Amazing.
whole
I
treatment,
got that in.
manicure,
Honestly,
pedicure.
I have amazing feet for a guy. I feel like I have better feet than a lot of girls out here. And then
Yeah, I
now
seen
she
some
just
bad
took
girls.
my feet to another level.
And I know it felt good. It felt they be scrubbing, they be doing their thing.
Anything like massaging my feet, I'm game for. Like that's like one of my favorite places. Like you'll knock me out with that. So
I got a hand massage at the spa one time, and the lady about knocked me out. I said, "Yo," and it's just my hand.
Oh yeah.
I was like, it feels amazing.
You already know what it is for me. Give me a head massage.
Oh yeah, is it different? Is it because I'm not being funny? Is it because you're bald that it feels different?
Nah,
Or is
because
it-
when I was a kid, and I had hair when I was a kid.
For sure.
I used to sit, my mom, I used to sit on her lap when I was like 6 years old, 5, 6 years
Yeah.
old. And she used to give me head massages.
16?
And up until that point.
Yeah, for
And she used to give me head massages.
Yeah.
And I used to fall off her lap. because I'll fall asleep because of how good a head massage felt.
Yeah.
So I think now that I'm bald though, it's enhanced. It's like, you know, without wearing a condom.
It's more so. So it's more so raw. You getting raw. You getting raw.
I'm getting
raw rub.
I'm getting raw massages.
You
right?
getting raw
head
massage.
massage.
I don't never want to know that.
You don't want no raw rubs?
Nah.
Oh,
not
you
on my
stupid.
head massage.
What?
Because I won't be
man.
bald.
Hey man, you need to shave that head one time. You ain't gonna want to go back.
I look sick.
Yeah,
I look
yeah.
sick. The lower my hair gets,
Cam
the sicker I
gonna
look.
look like a Planters peanut if you do that. You don't want to do that.
I ain't got the head for it. You
Yeah.
gotta have the right head to be bald. I have
Yeah.
I have a small head.
I may be about the only other guy in this group that could do that.
Yeah, you could
Yeah,
do that.
that-
You could
that
do
could
that.
probably do
Can Chaz pull
Nah,
off
I don't think so.
I can't see it. I just can't see it. But I can see
think
Rome
so.
ball.
Because I've had a really close cut before. So
You
Yeah.
just got the head for it. You
Yeah.
got a big head.
You got a big head.
You gotta have the
Big
right
head.
kind of head.
Cam got that rich school head.
Yeah, he got
Small
the rich
peanut
school head. That's the head. They pack. That's the head. That's the new technology head. They pack a lot of information to a small bundle.
It's like a new iPhone. They got the black back. That's the hair.
black back.
Oh man. That's funny.
Is there a science to rubs? Because like it's something in the rub that because even with women like Tristina, even though I don't know this about her, but I'm pretty sure because 99.9% of women always agree that a butt rub for a woman.
She's clapping
She's
if you can't
clapping.
hear that.
And you
right
know
now.
what? I love that they love that because I love to do it.
Oh yeah, no, for
I
sure.
love the rubber butt.
Hands down.
So,
like you want me to
we
rub
meet
your
at
butt,
a happy
whatever.
medium.
I'll rub your butt. But the thing is, I wonder what it does. Tristina, does a butt rub feel better than a head rub? See that's what I'm trying to figure out if it's different. If the nerves in the butt are
What-
different.
Is that like what's your favorite place to get a massage?
My back.
Okay.
Back massage.
Okay.
But
Okay.
does back include butt?
Back includes butt.
See, now I'm not going to trust my girl.
Yeah,
She's telling me, "Oh, I went to go get a back massage today." How low you go?
Yeah,
how low you go?
Did you go down low? All the way to the floor.
Oh, the booty hole.
I don't know, man. I think it's different. Let me ask you this: What does? Is there any such thing as a titty massage?
That's it.
You never had a titty massage?
She said I wouldn't know.
She's telling you she don't have it. I think that's what she
was
said.
saying.
I'm sorry, Tristina.
She's part of the Itty Bitty Nip Committee song that
Clearance rack,
She's
man.
part of
Shout out
Clearance
to
Rack.
the-
Shout out to the
shout out to
Clearance
small
Rack.
I
girls, man.
don't feel like people get enough chest massages.
Oh yeah, no, I don't
Have you
rub
ever
it.
had it?
I feel like it does because I rub my chest
Yeah,
daily.
now that
You'll
shit
see
feels
me in the
good.
house, and it's comforting. It's
But you
something
know-
comforting about rubbing
If a
my
girl
chest.
sitting there rubbing your chest, that shit feel, that shit
so
feel
it's something
good.
comforting about that.
But
so I
nobody,
know.
but like when you go to get a massage, they never do like chest massages.
Yes, yeah, they do.
Do they?
Yeah. If you get a full,
I
yeah.
know I've had a full body. They never flipped me up and started rubbing up here like this. They've never done
they never
that.
done-
Nah, big.
Oh yeah, you got to get a real massage.
I've never had a full body massage.
Yeah,
So
because
wow.
honestly, each time I go, the one I went to off of Ventura, each time I go, when I flip over, she'll hit my shoulders, and then she'll go here,
Yeah.
go there, and do it like a couple times. Then she'll.
See, if it's the right woman, that towel gonna start raising up.
I think I'm just getting more and more comfortable. I've realized that the older men get, the more and more their comfort level just keeps coming down. Like because my granddad, like you know how dads is, they don't give a fuck. They'll get neck like
Right.
And I'm getting to the like point where I go to a massage. I'm not leaving boxes on now. Now I'm coming out. I'm coming all the way out. Like
but
I'm
you-
getting.
I mean, you
butt
still
Some
ass.
places
towel
don't
on.
allow that though.
I mean, but most I haven't any place I went to. They'd be like, if you want to get neck, get neck. If not, then leave your boxes on. Most places do.
Yeah.
But
Now it reminds me of what happened at the gym the other day, but I don't know if I want to talk about that.
yeah, that shit was funny. I feel like, man, it's.
All right, I'm gonna tell it. 'Cause I know
Yeah,
they want. I
'cause
used to
it's
listen
funny.
to stuff, and when people
Yeah,
did that, I hated it.
that
So
shit
I'm gonna tell
funny.
them. So all right.
Oh, I
So
know
me
what
and
you're talking
Rome, we went to a new gym on Monday, like 24 hour, but it's just a different one to switch it up because Rome said the flow's getting too predictable.
Yeah, like
So I
Drake
said,
said.
okay, I just got in the car. So we go, usually after our
Oh my
workouts,
God.
we go to the sauna for like 5 minutes just to get that steam, feels good, and come out. So,
My bad. Quick interruption. Sauna's good for your skin too, people. So you know, hop in the sauna and get your skin right. But go ahead.
so we're looking for the sauna. So we go to the men's locker room, and while I'm there, first thing that comes up is the bathroom. So I'm like, all right, hold up, let me go pee. While I'm peeing, I hear Rome ask a guy, "Do you know where the sauna is?" So I'm like, "Cool, we gonna find out." I get finished peeing. Soon as I come out the door, parallel to me, straight ahead, guy just busts open his towel. White guy, just butt naked, and all I saw was a dickhead. And then the comedic mind of mine started rolling. And I don't know if y'all watch our vlogs, but we make songs out of a lot of things. And I started thinking, where the rest of your dick at? Because all it was a head. And I'm like, what is going on here?
And the bad thing is, I know what he's talking about because I done seen it before in the gym. And I'm like,
what
yo,
are you doing out here in the streets with that?
They just don't. They don't be caring. They just be out here just naked with button dick. Like,
Yeah, man.
I saw it for 2 seconds,
terrible.
but I automatically, where the rest of your dick?
That's hilarious.
Where the rest of it at?
that shit hiding.
It was
bro.
terrible.
Yeah,
Terrible
that's
experience.
hilarious. I don't care no, but that is funny.
But it's funny. It was funny.
That is funny.
Terrible to have a comedic mind and then just
Yeah.
start thinking
Yeah.
crazy stuff.
Well, that reminds me because you're talking about the vlogs, and I feel like I've backed myself in a corner, but it's a good corner, but it's a creative corner that sometimes can be tough. Because now that I started doing the songs and the vlogs, I feel like if I don't do one, I'm gonna get yelled at.
But see, that's your gift though. You have a gift of rapping but comedic rapping is
Yeah.
where you're talented at.
Yeah.
And that's what makes our vlogs stand out
Yeah.
from everyone else's vlogs. A lot of people just record themselves.
Yeah, it's
Like,
not that I
get
want
the
to
point.
stop, but I'm saying it can get, because I gotta, really figure out like, all right, how's the song? Because some of them might not be funny, but they at least, I'm flowing on it. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends. But sometimes
That's why I say you ain't the best comedic rapper. You be trying to put yourself there, dog. I'm like, nah, man, he ain't got it yet. He still got a long way to go, B.
Who the best then?
Hello. But yeah, I mean, it's just interesting. But it pushes me to keep, trying to come up with new stuff, and but
It's a little tedious. Though.
yeah, it's a little tedious. But I do like, because the fans do enjoy it. So, and I do. It is fun. It is fun. The song I just did today is about a praying mantis. So
That was just Rome showing how scary he be, y'all. I told you he'd be scary, y'all. Y'all don't be
Cam
listening.
has this thing where
Scared.
whatever you do in life, you scared. It's
No,
funny.
that's
I'm
not
not gonna
true.
lie. The
That's
shit is
not
funny.
true. But that right there, you was scared.
If I say what time y'all want to leave, he'll be like, "You scared?"
I don't say that because I'm with you. I'm time conscious. I don't play with that. So
Yeah, that's one thing you don't play with.
But they hear me say it a lot, and then they got proof right there, so they know I ain't just tripping. He's scary.
That's hilarious.
That shit funny, man. I don't know what's funny, that or Brown though. Both of them funny. That shit hilarious.
Definitely that.
All right, man. You got anything you don't want to talk about?
I guess I got to be the one to bring up the presidential debate last night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not into politics. I hate politics. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Since I was a kid, I remember asking my mom when it was like during a debate or something, why they lying? This was like when I was like 10 years old or something. Why they lying? Because I could always just read like politicians. I just can't stand them. I hate everything they do is about lying.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's
what I'm
that
saying?
rich
It's about-
school stuff.
But I
watching
think
debates at 10.
it's never been as worse as it is now. I mean, when I watched what we watched last night, it felt like watching a cartoon.
Yeah, no,
It was
It
a
felt
reality
like
show.
watching a comedy TV show. And I got a little worried because I feel like my writing skills haven't touched that quite yet. Haven't gotten there to beat that type of comedy. It was ridiculous from both ends, honestly.
You can't
I mean,
write stuff like that though.
It's just
you can't. Like, I don't know, man.
And
Like,
we missed half of it because I seen a lot of clips that I didn't see while we was watching. So
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
we
yeah.
missed a lot of it, but the half that we saw, it was terrible, man.
It's just like what? That's all you can say is
you
what.
know, I want to strive everybody to be informed as much as you can on whatever issues are going on and that interest you. I mean, and honestly, it's just, man, these presidents, man, these figureheads right now are just not. I just don't believe. I don't believe.
I've never
man.
witnessed
I don't believe.
one presidential candidate being so bad that you're forced to vote for the other, even if you don't agree with that other candidate as well.
But the thing
that's
is, you're
how
not forced to
bad
vote
he
for the
is.
other thing.
I mean, you're not forced. I'm saying if you're gonna vote.
No, even if you do vote, you can vote for a somebody that's not a part of two parties.
But they ain't gonna win.
Exactly, but who cares? Because not all of it's just. No matter who wins, it's a loss for everybody. It's just.
I'd rather go with the Hillary loss, I guess, than the Trump loss.
Man, hey, whatever. We'll see what happens. We say that now, but
It's-
there's
it's
so
like
many
having
like.
it's like in sports, you either you lose close or you get blown out. And let me at least have hope, some way.
All
Trump
of this shit
is-
is just about foreign policy shit, and it's just like it's not really about stuff that's going on here. It's just about making money and make sure we have control over some countries, going to war with some countries. But I don't know, man. I just feel like it's bad.
And that's what's scary. If it's about all foreign policies, Trump is the scariest one to be president then.
It is because just as a not even the fact that he doesn't know a lot about politics, period, but the fact that as a presence of who he is, the things that he says, like it just feels like he's gonna send us into a war. Like, it just feels like we about to get it. He about to say the wrong thing to somebody,
And that's it.
and straight us. We're in World War III again. So
That's scary.
officially, but outside of that, I think more importantly, what I wanted to talk about is me and Ron went to a strip club the other night.
I didn't get an invite, y'all.
And then we listen. I haven't been to the strip club since maybe Atlanta. We were back in Atlanta sometime. I'm not much of a
Yeah.
strip club goer.
No,
but-
I think the last time we went was together at Stadium in DC.
wow, it was that long
That
ago?
was like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That was a pretty good time. I don't go to strip clubs often. I don't really say I like strip clubs like that. But when we went to that strip club, the one word that I left with, that me and Rome continued to say, was wow. 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 Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that that's what existed in LA strip club. I didn't know that's what existed in most of the world, to be honest with you. Like, geez, man.
The thing
Jeez.
is, when I really thought about it, because like I said, I'm kind of like a manual. It's not like I'm at the strip club every weekend like a rapper and nothing like that. But sometimes you like, all
Because
right,
there are better comedy rappers than you that be at the strip club.
there's not better comedy rappers than me that be at the strip club. But it's just
do you consider Lil Dicky a comedic rapper?
I don't know, because he said he wants to be a real rapper, but he is a comedic rapper at the same time.
Well, if he's been to the strip club, he probably got it.
I'd go up again. But it's just like in the strip club, it's like a fantasy. That's what it. When you walk in there, it just feels like a fantasy. It feels a little wrong at the same time, but it feels good at the same time. And sometimes I don't know how to feel about it. But that night was good. My boy was in town. He was leaving. I was like, all right, let's.
You know why it feels wrong? Because we have good parents.
That's probably why.
That's why I feel
That's probably
wrong.
why.
Y'all went to
We
rich
have
schools.
parents that's taught us since we were kids to do right, do
right,
good
yeah,
things.
yeah.
That's not why.
A bad. Sure, but if we didn't grow up with that, if we didn't grow up with some type of morality from our
Rich schools.
It's not just our parents. It's our.
well, the people-
It's our being us.
It's as well how we feel about sex, how we look at sex. We demonize sex. It's not actually supposed to be demonized.
but that comes from a lot of our parents.
That's what I'm saying. They learn it from society.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, our parents have a certain way of thinking.
But you said good home. That doesn't necessarily mean a good home.
That's true. Not a good home, but
Rich school.
certain set of morals that a lot of our parents instilled in us make
Yeah.
us feel like those things are really bad. But we know
Because for a long
deep down, it feels like yes.
Because for a long time, I used to be like, oh, I don't really rock with strippers like that. They doing this, that. But then I got older and my mindset started changing.
They're human beings.
And I was like, you know what? I ain't mad at it.
Strippers are artists.
I'm not mad at it.
Strippers are more talented than some rappers I know, some singers I know.
And I ain't gonna lie, some of the tricks they were doing on the pole,
Yeah,
all the
it's-
climbing and stuff, that's some talent.
Look, how much you pay to go to the circus?
Probably maybe $40.
$40 each, right?
Yeah.
You probably just
Yeah.
take you and your son and your daughter, maybe your wife. That's
Yeah.
that's about $300.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Strip club
I
20.
go strip club with the same, maybe 100, have a good, better time. See the same thing.
It's
Might see
good.
an elephant.
And
I ain't gonna lie,
the
man.
thing-
It was just all colors, just all shapes. Well, not all shapes, but nice shapes.
Nice shapes, nice shapes, and then the fact that like a lot of them were cool, like they were cool people. Like I talked to a few, like
Yes, they
had
were.
conversation. Like I was like, this, I like this is a good time.
Good
It's
customer service.
Good
They
customer
probably
service.
wanted the money, so they gotta have a good
Yeah,
time.
They
they
should be
do.
though, because you go to some strip clubs and the girls have attitude. Why are
Yeah.
you giving them money? And you're like, I didn't pay. I'm not paying for this.
Mhm.
though.
It was quite amazing.
It was a good
I had a
time.
nice little seat in the back in a little cut area. It was right before you go into the stripper, I guess, locker room or something. There's a back, so all of them were just like walking past me
Yeah.
in and out, back
Yeah,
and forth.
yeah.
And basically, I just give the little gesture, and they would come happily, nice. Or hey, all of them were cool. There was
Smelling
no
good.
attitude. Sometimes you get attitudes from the strippers, like they act like they don't want to be there for real.
I mean, some of them don't, but
Some of them don't, but
Yeah.
I mean, man, you shouldn't. I mean,
Yeah.
do an Uber.
Yeah, for real.
You have other options
You do
nowadays,
have options,
but
yeah.
all of them seemed like they were really excited to be there.
Yeah.
So why didn't I get an invite?
They're energetic. Tristina looks like she has so many questions.
But how'd you feel if you liked it? But how'd you feel if
No, don't ask that question. Come on
Huh?
now. Come on now.
it was your daughter?
How would I feel? I wouldn't want to see my daughter doing
Yeah, I'm
that.
not
But
gonna
if
see
she
her.
I
chose
wouldn't
to
go
do that, that's
yeah, I'm not gonna go
that's
see her.
That's like if my son rapped and he rapped
Yeah.
about hoes and bitches. I'm not gonna listen to it, but hey, bruh.
Because what you
Hope
do
you
as a
find
parent,
yourself.
all you do as a parent is try your best to raise the best you can, and at some point you have to let them go. And if
That's somebody's daughter.
yeah, I mean it is.
That's
But-
probably
That's like
their
saying
fault.
I'm having sex with my wife.
Yeah.
Oh, this is somebody's daughter.
Yeah, that's
What? I'm gonna
Yeah.
have sex with her still. I'm still going to look at her and lust. I'm still going to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody's
I'm
somebody.
sure.
No,
I'm sure the dads of those girls in there are probably not sitting there. Oh yeah, go ahead. But they like, all right, listen, it's your life. I don't support it, but I'm not going to. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, it is what it is.
And the only reason we are even against it is because society makes it seem like so bad. But
Yeah.
we need sexual workers.
Strippers-
Sex workers are actually needed in this world.
I think.
I just wanna know
It sounds
why I
weird to
didn't
say
get an invite.
sex workers, but
Honestly,
but
In the
I see-
sexual porn. To me, porn, strip clubs,
Right.
like all that shit is necessary.
It's been around since the beginning of
Yeah.
time.
And we
Like,
always make it like a dark thing,
Yeah.
but it's necessary.
And you were talking about kings earlier.
rappers.
You know the amount of whores
Oh, yeah,
kings
that-
had.
that was on a whole
you know
nother
the
level.
amount of whores
Yeah, that
these
was-
kings. You know how whores presidents have. like we forget. We think you're not a.
Cam,
Nah, whatever.
I do have to apologize because I thought KT said it,
Nobody said anything.
and I do, and I
Y'all
do,
saw me
and I
too.
do
I was
glad you
apologize.
I thought you knew.
I
ain't
do
told me not to.
apologize. And then Mike, you were gone, so I knew you had an event. I wasn't sure how long that event
I probably
was.
would've went, but
But I would have went. I was down here. I was mingling with y'all. We was
Yeah.
having a
But
good
you ain't went
time.
back upstairs. I didn't know.
I mean,
I
would
wasn't
have
sure.
I came back down too.
there's no way I would want
Yeah.
to strip club without you.
It's all good.
We'd have had many a nights at
I'm
Pinup.
not hurt,
Yeah,
but
it's cool.
I'm glad y'all had fun at this amazing strip club.
Next time, lap dances. I got you. I got you. I pay
that's
for
a
you.
good
I pay
deal.
for you. I pay
Okay,
for
that's
lap
a good
dance.
deal. But if you don't invite me, then it doesn't matter.
Shit, we can go this weekend.
Let's ride.
I'm not gonna say I'm not. So okay.
All right. Cool.
It's the thing about strip club is I just don't know if it leaves you just more horny, or
I don't
if
get
it
horny
leaves you
in strip
like
clubs, though.
satisfied.
If you
I'm
go
try-
in horny, I feel like it's gonna leave you horny.
So you got to
Hornier.
masturbate before you go.
It's weird though.
Not mass. You gotta have something. something.
Technically, you gotta be getting some on a regular and then
okay.
go to strip club, so it's nothing to you. Like,
Right. I feel like because I expect all the nakedness and all the debauchery
Yeah.
that I don't get necessarily turned on. I don't get like hard in there. But say if I'm just on a dance floor and this girl comes soft butt, I may get hard there.
No, it's not
But
about
a little
getting hard
different.
in the strip club. I'm talking about
Or horny.
Like, I'm just saying, once you leave, like I'm trying to observe myself throughout this week, and I'm trying to see, damn, am I kind of like wanting, like lusting a little more? Am I? And I think I have a little bit.
Yeah,
I think I've been.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
I've
lie.
been checking.
You seem
I
pretty
have.
normal to me.
But have you had sexual encounters with anybody else besides that?
Nah, it's been a
I think that's why.
laid back week.
I think that's why.
A laid back.
It's like not
Yeah.
taking coke for a long time and taking it one time. You're
Right.
gonna be thinking about it after.
And taking a lot of it
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that
yeah.
strip
It was
club,
a
man.
lot. It was
not
a
that
lot.
we take coke.
I
man.
get
No.
it.
But yeah, man, it was an interesting week of politics and ass.
The industry of politics and ass.
Politics, ass, and football was the majority of this week.
Mike, you had something you didn't want to talk
Yeah,
about?
so last night I got invited to El Floridita for a pre-birthday celebration, something like Tristina, but it wasn't months in advance.
Okay, it wasn't months.
It was
Okay.
like a week.
Yeah, it wasn't no dumb shit.
They
Go
were
ahead.
gonna
It wasn't a
Year's
half birthday.
So, but El Floridita, I have to say it right. El Floridita is it's a Latin club out here in California on Vine. But when I tell you, man, all right, so I'm going in there like I even put on my dancing shoes. I was like, you know me,
Dancing shoes.
I got rhythm. I'm silly, but I'm just gonna go in there and feel it and do my thing and be the life of the party.
That salsa thing, man.
That's me. I went in there. Man, I was like, I can't do nothing with these people.
Yep.
Yep. Can't do nothing with these people. Salsa, merengue, bachata, all that shit they was doing.
That shit's
and they
tough.
was doing it like everybody was on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, okay, so when we first got there, my homegirl was already sitting down. She was like, let's dance before you even sit down. So I was like, all right, girl, let's do it. That's what I came here for. I had smoked a little bit before I got into it, so I was all feeling it. I got on that dance floor, everybody bumping into me, my feet hitting other people. I'm stepping on her toes. She like, what are you doing? I'm like, yo, this is not like me.
This is not like
This
me.
ain't like me. I'm not used to this. I felt so out of place. I
Yeah.
felt so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm looking around and I'm at the edge of the dance floor with the white people, you know, like the safe spot.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, black people, when it comes to Latin music, we're the white people of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then, so as I'm sitting down, I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna enjoy it. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna watch everybody. This black guy comes with this white girl, and you remember the Get Down? You know that guy on the Get Down who was the villain, and his mom was
No, I
like
don't.
you don't remember?
Yeah.
Big tall black
Yeah.
guy, bell bottoms like flare to the bottom. He had on this like small ass like 70s jacket, and his hairline was way back here. But you talking about dancing?
He was dancing his ass off.
And the girl he was with, like, it wasn't just, they took it to another level. Like, they weren't just dancing. Like, he literally was shaking her.
Yeah.
And like, and she was just going with it and
Yeah.
throwing. And he wasn't even looking at her. Like, they were looking at the mirrors and dancing with each other, but still on point. And I was just like, well, maybe it's not black people. Maybe it's just me. And not only that, like, for some reason, also, so the girls that we had like a group of a table, right? And she had invited a whole bunch of other girls, right?
Yeah.
So the girls, the way Latin clubs work, they just come up to you and you just go. You
Yeah.
just go. There is really no in the Latin club. Like everybody
yeah.
they just went up to, the girl would just have to go. Even if she just sat down, they would go.
Right.
So one of the girls sitting next to me, she had just sat down, and a dude came up to her, like this little Hispanic dude with a red hat and like red tights, but he
like
had on loafers and like a small polo shirt and a Gucci belt.
And a goose.
So he comes up to her and takes her hand. So I'm like, watch this. Trying to map. So he goes and they start dancing and they start hitting all these routines. I'm talking about spinning her, throwing her back. I'm talking about they had all these steps together. I'm like, oh, this is dope. I was like, so she sat down. I'm like, how long y'all been knowing each other? She said, oh, we just met.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, all right.
That's an art, man.
No. I went in there one time, and unlike Mike, I just stood in the back. Once I saw what was going on, I was like, "Oh, this ain't for me yet."
And Give me 3 weeks. My hip's certified.
But that's
I
what I'm
mean,
saying.
that's what I'm saying.
You
You
need
do
time.
need-
you need time.
I mean, I just need to learn to dance.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But
need
you know,
time
like
to
a hip
learn
hop
it.
club, we could just walk up in there and be the man.
This ain't no just body rolling two step, or just like
oh, man, I tried it.
using your arms a lot. And
They said,
it ain't nothing.
the DJ said, tried it.
I tried it. I tried to do the Millie Rock.
But those movements are different. You
Oh,
really
yeah.
got to have a good
Oh, yeah.
core and
Yeah.
good hips
Oh, yeah.
and,
And then
movement. If
you
you can't
gotta-
even hit that.
And then as a man, I mean, you don't necessarily need to, but as a man, usually you're the kind of the lead.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you're the one that's like leading,
You're coming
girl-
up with all these
and
things.
like that is.
And
I've
they
been wanting to.
They
I've been
doing
wanting to
all
go
these
do
different
that.
movements with different women, and it's like, oh, I just don't know how. Honestly, I said no one Hispanic should be poor. I was looking at them like none of y'all should be poor.
Because they just.
If y'all can figure this out,
That's
No
hilarious,
one's being
man.
poor.
it was amazing.
I got
bro.
invited to a salsa class. I want to go because
Nah, we should definitely
we
go.
should
Class? Yeah,
like class. That'd be.
You could teach that, Tristina? Yeah, I don't know if you could do it. I never,
she taught me a little salsa.
salsa? Oh shit! All right, fuck.
You gotta watch the vlog. Watch the vlog.
All right.
But that's funny because I can just imagine Mike in.
I was so confident too, man. I went in there, you know.
Just imagine him in there.
I had my big pants, the pants that flare a little bit.
Yeah,
so I was like, I'm ready. I'm about to be the man.
About to get loose.
Yeah, I want to be the man tonight.
Yeah.
Nah.
That was one of the things.
So what happened with the girl? Did she dance with anyone else, or she couldn't hit it either?
What girl?
The girl you said you met your homegirl there, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Did she dance with other guys there,
Oh, yeah,
or she
they were
couldn't?
all dancing with other guys.
So she knew all the steps.
Yeah, they all knew it. Everybody but me. I feel like I was the only one in that club.
Yeah.
I was the white guy that night.
Did she say it was okay at the end, or was the vibe
She
different?
didn't say it, but she laughed a little bit. She made me feel, cute about it.
She made me feel cute. It's okay.
You just gotta step back. And I was like, man, this ain't me.
See, that's why me and Rome just go to strip club.
Ain't gotta worry about nothing. I go in there, I just throw them.
Hey, girl, you can lead this one.
And how Mike said none of them should be poor. They probably looking at him. I know he broke.
I know he broke. That's hilarious.
One last thing
Yeah,
too.
go ahead.
So I just gotta tell people, control y'all little dogs, man.
Yeah.
Because as I was walking to the club,
Oh, your little dog.
I'm walking up fast because I'm late. Like I'm late and I walked far, so I'm just trying to walk fast so I can get there. And I just hear this dog. I see like these girls in the distance, and they got like 2 dogs in the grass, I guess, doing their business. And they just talking while the dogs is doing their business. And then as I'm approaching, I hear one of the dogs go. So I'm still a little feet further. I was like, should I cross the street now? But I was like, I don't want to look like a punk. I'm just gonna walk through it. Fuck what this dog gonna do to me. And then as I'm getting closer, I just hear, and she's like, no, stop it, no. So I'm like, okay, the dog ain't gonna do nothing to me. It's a little dog. So as I get closer, the dog starts moving around to come towards me, and she just like, stop it, no. And I'm in my head, bitch, grab this dog.
Get this dog.
So the dog runs up on me, starts barking, and like literally grabs a little bit of my pant, and I'm like, yo. So you know me, I'm like, trying to be cool about it.
You shook that leg to me because there's cameras in this world now.
Ain't nothing
You gotta
funny
be
than a nigga trying to keep his cool but
Trying to be
scared.
cool about it, scared, and I'm mad because I want to kick this dog. I want to tell her to grab this shit, stop telling it to stop like it's a boy or something, and get out of here. But she's stopping, no. And then when it grabbed me, I threw my leg a little bit and took it away. She's like, no, stop it. I'm so sorry. I'm so mad.
Why didn't she just grab it?
That's what I'm
Just
saying.
grab
Grab
your
y'all
dog,
dogs, man.
man.
Stop talking to them like they're humans. Grab that shit.
Hey man, that dog was probably in Florida killing the killing the
He's probably
salsa.
trying to warn me. You don't go in there.
Yeah, don't go in there.
Here's my for like bigger dogs. Like me and Cam talk about this all the time. Like I'm sorry, owners, for your big dogs. If they after me, they getting full fledged fault. They getting fault.
Yeah, they getting
like,
fault
it's
like
no,
a
it's
dude.
no like a dude.
They're the same size as me. But them little ones, you gotta get them because if I kick them, you gonna want to sue me. And I ain't got time for that.
Oh yeah.
But then it's like, isn't it self defense? Because if the dog starts
what I'm saying.
biting you, and shit,
You just
like,
gotta run at them. They scared too.
yeah.
But see, I don't even want to do all that. My mind,
trying to keep
I
it
was
cool?
like dead set about. I'm about to step in this club,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
fuck it up, and I just
Come on, man.
just threw me off. That's probably why I couldn't dance. That's why.
You didn't think about the dog.
I was thinking about the dog. Threw me off my step.
What color was the dog?
White
Oh yeah, it was probably the dog.
threw me off.
Damn dog.
man.
Black
funny.
dogs matter, not white. That's funny. All right, I think that's all I have for today. My thing was that I wasn't gonna talk about was the strip club. So we kind of
I'm glad
talked-
we hit on it.
Yeah, we talked about that. Tristan, you got anything to say?
What's up? Yo,
How you feel about strippers?
I feel like that's somebody's daughter.
Tristan, you have to get off.
Yeah,
That's that 24-year-old.
yeah, that's a different mind state you
How old
in.
you are? 23.
She's 24 and a half. Wait, you been to the strip club?
Once.
Oh,
we gonna go next time.
No.
Like, we should
You
take
need
her.
You need to go to a strip club in Atlanta. When we go to Atlanta,
No.
Hey, you can't say this strip club was.
no, this strip club.
No. She need to go to KOD.
Yeah. Yes, you need to go.
That's the
Yeah,
throne. That's
that's
like
where you
the
need to go.
roots of strip club.
You need to go. Wait, where'd you go to strip in Texas? Oh, that ain't bad.
That's not bad either.
Yeah, that's
Still,
bad.
KOD
Yeah.
is
They got naked.
They got butthole.
Hold on, did one girl have a bullet hole?
But did they get butt booty?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
What?
You wasn't paying attention.
What you paying attention to?
You
These nothing else to
These
look at.
beautiful women are providing a service for you, and
you
you
ain't
just
paying attention?
ignoring it.
I'm thinking that's somebody's daughter. Man.
But they
why
working.
you-
What does that matter?
Well, then don't go to Rouse today.
Yeah, because there's
That's
somebody's
somebody's
daughter
daughter
working
working in there.
hard, slaving in there.
Yeah.
You don't want to. They honestly, that person more struggle than the person strip club.
They is.
Don't order no Ubers. Don't do
Nothing.
nothing
That's
anymore.
somebody's
That's
daughter.
somebody's daughter.
Well, you got to get out, Tristina, because you somebody's daughter.
You somebody's daughter.
Yeah,
I'm somebody's son, but
Somebody's daughter.
Well, I just want to. Yeah, you need to go to it. You need to go to KOD. I ain't even been to KOD. I want to go to KOD.
Yeah, I've been there.
I've been to the steps. They told me the price, and I walked away.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that
I've
was
been
crazy.
to KOD.
Hopefully you're in a better place in your life.
No, that night was just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, KOD is the strip club.
It'll be a strip club.
I recommend anybody who has doubts about strip clubs, go to KOD with an open mind.
And strip clubs got good food. They got good food.
Go to KOD with a blank canvas and a paintbrush. I bet you draw something.
I bet you draw something. I just in my mind, I just see it, man. You pan over to this nigga in a whole artist outfit.
I just saw Bob Ross. That's all I pictured in the
Yeah.
strip club.
In there
painting
painting.
strippers.
Well, we're gonna blend these blues, and everyone needs.
We all gotta. I think it would be fun if we all go
As a group? Yeah. Tristina
All
come.
group. Yeah, Tristina should come.
Gonna add another poll.
Few
right
girls,
here.
and I'm also
It's the
interested to
best.
bring girls.
Yeah, if you
just
bring
to-
girls-
just to see how the energy is.
Yeah.
Strippers like when girls are there. They get more comfortable.
Yeah, they do.
It brings more strippers to your section,
They
actually.
come to me anyway.
That's what they taught you at that rich school. All right, Rome, take us out.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Comedy Trap House. I am your chef signing off, Rome Green Jr. with Emmanuel, Mike, Cam, and Tristan. Yeah, she in here, but she ain't on here, man.
We let Ron do the intro, outro, and read the emails because he's the only one that could read. Because he went to that rich school with 4 levels.
I was the first black kid in my school.
You was the first black kid. Oh yeah, you was the first black kid. Yeah. What, the elementary?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a big accomplishment. That's good.
I know there was more black kids.
No, it wasn't. That was it.
I was the first.
It was just like
I know there's more.
It was 92, man. It was a long time
it was
ago.
90, yeah.
There wasn't a lot of black people
92.
around that back then.
yeah, man.
That was the heyday of black in the 90s, especially on TV. You saw that
Oh my god.
Make sure y'all listening to the album. Make sure y'all subscribe. Get your subscription on our website. Make sure you call the number. What's the number, Ken?
310-974-8980.
Text the number and make sure y'all subscribe, man.
Oh,
We almost-
real quick,
oh,
Cam,
what's
how
up?
did the group chat with the fans go yesterday?
It went great.
Went
man.
great.
Yeah,
Everyone
I
that was
stepped
in there, we had a nice little hour conversation. We
fun.
talked about shows. We talked about life. We talked about food.
Oh, man.
And what they should be eating and
Yeah.
not be eating.
Y'all need to
You know that's gonna come up.
y'all definitely should get on that group chat, man. If you want to,
2 slots open.
go to the
And we
Patreon.
told them about the projects that we about to do that nobody else know about.
Ooh,
That's true.
you a little
see,
hit
they got-
of
And they
gems.
heard these stories I told y'all yesterday.
They got the exclusive. So if y'all want to get the exclusive, you got to go to our Patreon and
And they got to see us, so
And contribute.
That alone, we can just put it on silent and just put it on us.
yeah, and just sit
We'll
there.
make you laugh no matter what.
And yeah, so we out this thing. Thank you guys for listening. Peace.